This is breaking news from CBS 11.
And we are following 3 breaking stories across North Texas right now. In Weatherford, teams are about to go back into a lake to continue searching for a missing fisherman.
And happening now in Dallas, crews working to repair a broken water main. Chelsea Davis is going to help you get around the closed roads.
But we're going to start with an ATM theft at a gas station in Fort Worth. The search is on there for 3 suspects right now. CBS 11's Arzo Dost is live at Oakland Boulevard near I-30. Arzo?
Well, Russ, look at the damage here. The clerk tells us he heard a loud boom and then watched it all unfold. Witnesses told police that a white Chevy pickup crashed through the front glass door of the store. Police say 3 masked suspects then jumped from the pickup and were able to lift the ATM machine onto the bed of the truck. They immediately took off. Police tell us they are still looking for the suspects. Now, the clerk tells me he was behind the glass inside the store. Luckily, he was not hurt, but this morning he says he is certainly shaken up. And for the morning, at least for now, this gas station will remain closed. Live in Fort Worth, Arzo Dost, CBS 11 News.
All right, Arzo, thanks. It's now 6 o'clock. Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Gilma Avalos. Karen Borda is on vacation. And right now, how will your workday weather shape up?
Here's meteorologist Jeff Ray, and for the vacationing Scott Patchen. Could be an interesting weekend.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking about some storm chances, especially during the morning hours. But right now, it's 6 o'clock at 6:24. We get that sun to horizon, and we just got a few high clouds out there right now. 74 at DFW, 76 at Love Field, at Meacham at 74. The wind's already starting to pick up from the south, those dew points in the mid-70s. We're going to have a little bit of shower activity, probably reach the Red River this morning, but not get into the Metroplex. As we get through the day around here, we're talking about dry weather. We're talking about temperatures into the mid-90s, a very typical July day. Breezy conditions. These wind gusts will get up to 30 miles an hour. We will have these thunderstorms up to the north threaten us in the overnight hours. We'll talk about that. Chelsea Davis coming up in a bit. We could have some morning rain around for the commute tomorrow, though.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll get ready for the holiday, that's for sure. Thanks, Jeff. Right now with our TxDOT camera, I wanted to tell you real quick, we've got a new wreck that just popped up, 35E on the northbound side by Corinth Parkway. It's off to the right shoulder, so all the through lanes are not affected as of right now. But lanes you will see affected, water main break. This is Marsh Lane over in Dallas. Southbound lanes are closed. 2 northbound lanes are able to get through at this point. But if you like to use Marsh Lane for your morning commute, you may want to take the smaller street, which is Mixon Drive. You can use that south, and then that'll take you to Northwest Highway. Or if you want to use some bigger main streets because you like more lanes to work with, you can use Webb Chapel or even Midway Road. And just a reminder, this is just south of Walnut Hill, which runs east and westbound north of this, where the water main break is. But right now we have team coverage on this. Elizabeth Then is going to give us more details on this water main break. What are you seeing out there, Elizabeth?
Chelsea, good morning. Traffic not too much of an issue, at least right at this hour at the top of 6 o'clock. So to the right of your screen, you can see where the orange cones are here. And so traffic in both directions, north and southbound here, forced to one side. But then once we show you this other camera shot from the top of our Mobile 11 unit here, this is the situation. Workers are inside a huge hole. They are making progress here on Marsh Lane, but they're not done just yet. Now, this first happened last night after 6 p.m. at about 6:15, and we're showing you cell phone video of cars driving through that very high water here just south of Walnut Hill Lane. Now, all this happened before Dallas water utility workers were able to shut off the water. So back out here live, I want to let you know that so far, no reports of damage to the nearby homes because we're really close to a couple of neighborhoods here. But the thing is, close to a dozen homes are without running water for now. And we'll keep you posted as the updates come along, but those workers still trying to fix the situation. Now, coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you why for some folks, this is not a new predicament. Those details in the next half hour. For now, live in Northwest Dallas, Elizabeth Then, CBS 11 News.
Happening now, Cartwright Park will be closed today as teams prepare to search its lake for a missing man. This is a live picture of crews getting ready to go back into the water. Weatherford police say they believe the man drowned after falling overboard while fishing last night. A friend and witness tried to save him, but he reportedly did not know how to swim and couldn't stay afloat. Investigators say the man fell overboard while trying to put on a life jacket.
This morning, a 7-year-old girl is fighting for her life. She was pulled from a pool at Cobb Park Apartments on East Berry Street in Fort Worth and rushed to Cook Children's Hospital. Several residents say that they pulled her from the pool and then started CPR. Darius Rogers was one of those good Samaritans, and we know that he had just learned CPR in health class.
Immediately hopped the gate, tried to go revive her. I tilted her head back, had her arms spread, and I tried to blow up her lungs for the water to come all the way to the bottom. I tried to push it out, but it was too much water.
Well, Rogers kept doing CPR until paramedics arrived. He says that the girl almost drowned once and was told to get out by a friend and then got back into the water again. Well, the drowning adds to a growing trend that is alarming to first responders. In the last month, MedStar says it responded to 10 similar emergencies in Tarrant County. 3 were fatal. And as the holiday weekend nears, responders expect that number to climb.
Breaking news out of Oregon right now. 2 people are missing after a helicopter crashed. It went down southwest of Portland late last night. There's no word on what may have caused the crash or who may have been on board. And in the Philippines, 3 Americans are safe after a ferry capsized, killing at least 36 people. It happened near Leyte Island this morning. At least 19 passengers are still missing. The Coast Guard rescued 118 people, and investigators are trying to determine what caused that ferry to capsize, rather.
It is now 6:05, and we're keeping an eye on a developing story involving Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. He has hired a lawyer. Paxton's been the subject of an ongoing state securities fraud investigation. He hired Joe Kendall, a former federal judge, now Dallas-based attorney. Prosecutors say they will bring a first-degree felony case to the Collin County grand jury in a matter of weeks, and a second case will follow a few weeks after that. A conviction could bring anywhere from 5 years probation to life in prison. We have reached out to Paxton's office for comment, but have not heard back.
Presidential hopeful and Texas Senator Ted Cruz will be making a stop in North Texas today. Cruz will be holding 2 signing events for his new book, A Time for Truth, Reigniting the Promise of America. The first is this morning from 10 to noon at the Costco on Arbrook Boulevard in Arlington. And this afternoon, he'll be at Hastings in Waxahachie.
Well, a huge change coming to a beloved American icon, while you may soon have a tougher time popping bubble wrap.
He spent several hours trapped in a chimney. Now an Irving boy is sharing his story in a CBS 11 exclusive that's coming up at 6:25.
Right now, I'm watching the roadways for you. We do have a couple crashes out there, but right now, overall drive times still low for the most part. The longest we're seeing 13 minutes right now eastbound on I-20 from Highway 360 to 35E. Jeff?
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Filling in for Scott Paget for the rest of the work week. We have temperatures in the upper 80s by the lunch hour today. We're going to be in the mid-90s. We do have rain chances showing up as we get into the weekend. More about that coming up.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
6:09, and investigators are working to pinpoint the cause of a plane crash that killed 2 men. One of the victims is from McKinney. DPS says the 49-year-old Joe Livingston was a passenger. The pilot was 54-year-old Walter Mazzeri of Quinlan. The small engine plane went down shortly after takeoff near Quinlan, which is about 50 miles east of Dallas. Cedar Hill police took a unique approach to highlighting the dangers of the job. The department posted this drone video on its Facebook page. It shows just how dangerous even a routine traffic stop can be as cars drive too close to officers. Department officials got the idea after several recent crashes involving cruisers. Now, state law requires drivers to slow down or move over for stopped emergency vehicles.
The U.S. wants Swiss officials to extradite 7 detained FIFA officials. The Federal Office of Justice says the request met a July 1st deadline. The officials were arrested in May on suspicion of taking bribes worth more than $100 million. And an update to a story we told you about yesterday. After decades of debate, the Episcopalian Church will now allow religious weddings for same-sex couples. The move was approved during a vote yesterday. Previously, the denomination allowed civil same-sex weddings.
You had to be a big shot, did you?
Music icon Billy Joel has set a record for most performances by a single artist at Madison Square Garden with his 65th show, besting Elton John. The Piano Man performed for more than 2 hours before a sold-out crowd in New York City last night. Elton John has performed at the Garden 64 times.
Well, an American landmark has a new look this morning. The National Park Service just finished a big renovation at Alcatraz. An area under the cells known as the Dungeon is now open to visitors. You can see where inmates carved numbers and letters into the walls with their fingernails. Many people in the dungeon were there for crimes such as speaking out against the Civil War.
The story of its history and its meaning for us today is really dramatic and really important.
The military guardhouse has also been restored and is now more structurally sound, and an old boathouse was removed, giving visitors a view of the water that hasn't been seen in decades. And Alcatraz is still just one of those places I think that everybody should go see at some point.
I've been once. I think I have to go again now.
Yeah, now you got to go check it out. Newly renovated. Well, the 4th of July holiday just around the corner, but will thunder and lightning replace our fireworks show?
Meteorologist Jeff Ray breaks down our storm risk. Plus,
thank God for David Roberts. He's a hero to me.
she is not the only one giving him that title this morning. So what makes this man a hero? Find out at 6:25.